Squad. What is up, friends? Oh my God, I missed y'all so much. And I got a good topic for us today. I got a good topic. I'm just going to tell you right now. You might well just hold on to your seat, your horses, and your wigs because I got a good topic, okay? Let me start my disclaimer by saying that these are my opinions based on the facts that I found online. I am not in the business of spreading misinformation. Okay, guys? We're just talking about stuff for our entertainment and our education, okay? Listen to me real good. Y'all go and find out for yourself, okay, friends? Go dig and find out for yourself. Before we get into today's topic, I am definitely going to shout out my friends that commented on my last video. Y'all know I love y'all so much, Gram Squad. I don't know what I would do if y'all didn't comment and talk to me. I would feel like I'm just talking to myself like I'm doing right now. I love y'all so much. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below if you agree with me. If you don't agree with me, you can say whatever you want to say. If you don't like the video, you can dislike it, friends. With that being said, let's get into the topic. Let me tell y'all one thing about why folk think the moon landing was fake. I'm gonna go through a few reasons, but I'm gonna tell y'all the facts of what they told us happened, okay? The year was 1969. That is the number one thing that's really sending me beyond the moon in my mind. The year was 1969. And at that time, if y'all don't know, prior to that, 1961, JFK said, you know what, we're going to land a man on the moon. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, but here in the U.S., we're going to land a man on the moon. Now, at the time, there was this thing called the code WAR going on, okay? I don't want to say the word because the algorithm be algorithm, and you got to be careful what you say. You got to censor yourself. But there was some tension going on between Russia and all this other stuff, right? And so we had to be number one in everything. You know how you got to kind of pop out and show people? That's what the U.S. did. So JFK said in 1961, we are going to put a man on the moon. Now, he said this before any man had even orbited the Earth.
We choose to go to the moon.
You hear me? So that's some good faith right there. I need that kind of faith because, hey, no man even orbited the Earth at the time JFK said we're going to put 2 feet solid ground on the moon. I know Jesus was like, yeah. Good faith. Everything happened with him. God rest his soul. We move forward. President Nixon is in office. 1969, they say, I know what? We're going to do it. This going to be the year. We have practiced. We have did all the calculations we could possibly do and think of. And I think we're ready. This is no discredit to anybody who worked on this mission, who did the math, the women, the movie that came out with Taraji P. Henson. This is no shade to them because I believe these people really did do the math. I believe they really did do the work and the calculations and the trajectories and all of that, friends. I believe they did it. My personal belief is this, that I don't know if they actually went anywhere or not. Okay? I can work out math problems all day long. All day long. I can work them out all day long. I'm not going to say they're going to be right. But if I was a mathematician, you know what I'm saying? If I was like Einstein and I could just work these problems out all day, great. That doesn't mean that someone actually took my work and did something with it. You get what I'm saying? So by no means am I telling you that these people didn't do the work. No means am I telling you that they didn't get in there and tinker. But what I am saying is it just seemed a little far-fetched that they actually went somewhere. 1969, they got all the aluminum foil, all of the space material, and, you know, they went in there. They built the rocket ship. Now, think about cars that was built in 1969 versus a car that was built today. You ain't had no Bluetooth, no CD player, no wireless connection. You didn't have no GPS. You didn't have anything like that in a 1969 car. It might have been a really nice car. 1969 Chevy Camaro. Oh, my goodness. I bet you that's beautiful. But it ain't going to have all the bells and whistles that you got in a 2024 Camaro. You get what I'm saying? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Okay, good. See, I'm tracking where I'm going with this, right? So they got up there, they built the rocket ship, and they got the astronauts now. I don't like how they be leaving out Michael. Because Michael Collins was an important part of this trip. If they had actually went somewhere. But let me just tell y'all, it was Michael Collins, Neil Armstrong, and Buzz Aldrin. Buzz is the one that be telling folk. He be talking. So all 3 of them packed their bags and their suits, their moon suits, space suits, and they got on this rocket ship. Something ain't right. Something ain't right away. So The Earth's atmosphere. So what scientists tell us about the Earth's atmosphere is that you have all these different layers. You have the mesosphere, the stratosphere, the ionosphere, the magnetosphere. You have the Van Allen radiation belt. Okay. Radiation is super harmful to humans. It can help in certain situations where you might have a big C and you need to get radiation as like therapy. But even then, it really makes you sick, okay? The amount of radiation surrounding the Earth is astronomical. We're going to use the word astronomical because we're talking about outer space, okay? These scientists, NASA, whomever, developed suits and a rocket ship that could withstand the Van Allen radiation belt. Now, keep in mind that this Van Allen radiation belt was just a theory at first, but then they discovered that, oh yeah, it's real. Astronauts get in the space shuttle. They got their suits on, everything. They now have to leave the Earth's atmosphere. Now, when they leave the Earth's atmosphere, they just get in their rocket ship and just drive up there and just pop out. You know what I'm saying? Like a little puff of smoke coming out of a cloud. Now, that's not what happened. When they leave the Earth's atmosphere, they can't just leave. They have to escape it, okay, friends? They got to downshift that thing, okay? They got to go from fifth gear to first gear. Wah! That's how they got to get out. To escape the Earth's atmosphere, they got to go 25,000 miles per hour. That's about 33,000 feet per second, okay? That's what they had to do. Downshift, wah, 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 wah. Escape the Earth's atmosphere, pass through the Van Allen radiation belt, and then get into the deep, dark, vast of space. Now, when I say deep, dark, vast space, I don't mean like way down yonder, down by the Oort cloud. I'm talking about period. If you left the Earth and you in outer space, it's dark, it's deep, and it's black. You don't know if you're going up, down, sideways, left, right. You ain't no way, ain't no roads, ain't no street lights, ain't no signs telling you go this way, go this way. You are just in open nothingness because the space, according to science, between Earth and the moon and the sun and the galaxies is astronomical. It's large. It's beyond what you can even fathom. So now you got these three men, bravest men in the world, in outer space. Now, they weren't the first people in outer space. They weren't the first people. But let's just keep going with this story. Driving, no windshield wipers. It can be comets, asteroids, whatever coming from the Andromeda galaxy. It can be a little tiny little speck of sand that can pierce right through it and it be done. We're not going to go there. But they just driving through space. Okay? Driving.
Well, it took Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and their team 3 days, 3 hours and 49 minutes to reach the moon and set foot on its surface.
These three astronauts was driving through outer space. Yeah, I said driving. Flying, driving, skipping, whatever they was doing through outer space. They had to orbit the Earth and then, like that, right, to escape the Earth's atmosphere. Going through outer space. It took them 3 days, friends. 3 days to reach the moon. 3 days. I don't know, 3 days, I got to sleep, I got to eat, I'm going to have to stretch my legs out. These people was going through outer space for 3 days before they reached the moon. That ain't even the most unbelievable part. When they got to the moon, in my mind, all my life, I was thinking that they just pulled up, parked on the moon, got out, walked around. Okay, look nice out here. Okay, look at that. It's a mountain. It's a rock. It's maybe a little twig, whatever. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking they did. No, that is not what happened. When they got to the moon, friends, what happened after that to me was a little strange. It was the maneuver that they had to do to be able to park that thing down on the moon because, hi, friend, I, in my mind, can't even figure out how one would even practice doing this, okay? Maybe that's why I'm not an astronaut. You know, I was going to do that, but I decided to let them do it because I felt like it won't be enough room for them if I went out there and showed out. You know what I'm saying? But the Columbia and the Eagle were like this. The Eagle is the lunar module, and the Columbia is what's going to orbit around the moon while they down on the moon, tinker, 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 tinker. You get what I'm saying? The Columbia and the lunar module had to separate, friends, while it was orbiting the moon. So that means Neil and Buzz had to get up, walk over, which I don't know if it was a tight fit, crawl, however they had to do it, walk over to the lunar module, which was the Eagle. Michael Collins stayed in the Columbia. So now, hear me out. Neil and Buzz separate from the Columbia and mosey on down. They moseyed on down to the surface of the moon. All of this is going on while the galaxy is moving through space and time. You understand what I'm saying? The moon is orbiting the Earth, and it's in the Earth's gravity, and everything flying around, and the Earth's spinning at 800 miles an hour, and the moon's spinning, and everybody's spinning, everybody's flying. They driving around, locked and loaded. You get what I'm saying? So I'm thinking to myself, y'all did this to perfection. Now, we humans, we make mistakes to perfections. And if anything went wrong on there, it was like, oh, it was just a half a second off. It was just 37 minutes off. It was a two centimeters to the nautical left. Like, you went out of space. People get lost walking in a straight line across the wide field, okay, where they can't see what's going on. You get what I'm saying? People be lost in the edge of the woods. Y'all is in outer space. That's what they tell me. That's what they tell me. Here is where it get even more interesting. Michael Collins spent 21 hours orbiting the moon by himself. That means he was going around to the dark side of the moon. Decided we ain't never seen. You get what I'm saying? Decided don't never face us. He was orbiting around there where it was dark and won't nothing over there. I don't know. Some people say he saw some aliens and some other stuff. Who knows? What they hiding, what they telling us, what they not telling us. We don't know if the moon and the sun is local or if it's far away. They say it's 93 million miles away and 200,000 miles away. Child, we don't know. We don't. I mean, we do know, but we don't feel like we know. So Michael Collins is orbiting the moon 21 hours by himself. I would have lost my mind. Okay, I would have failed that because by the time I would have been like one flew over the cuckoo's nest. I would have been talking to myself, you got to use the bathroom. I'm hungry. Ain't got no cell phone, no TV. Got to read a book. But I'm scared because I don't know what's about to hit the darn rocket ship. I don't know what's going on. I'm looking for comments. I'm looking for aliens. I'm looking for life. I'm looking for everything. It's dark, pitch black. I don't got but a flashlight. I would have lost my mind. It would have been me and Jesus in my mind. Jesus would have been telling me, I don't know what I'm going to do with you. Neil and Buzz having a great time on the moon. They get down. They pull up on the moon. They get out. Now, I'm thinking about all the decompression and the that you got to do and close the door, open the door, and close the door, open the door, and stand there for 10 minutes. I don't know if y'all seen the footage of the moon landing, okay? I know at one point, Buzz was telling us that, oh, you thought you saw it, but you didn't. What you saw was an animation, and then later on, we showed y'all the real. I don't know.
What was the scariest moment of the journey?
Scariest? It didn't happen. It could have been scary.
When you Google it, NASA tells you we watched a live stream. Not me, because I won't hear yet. I was still with the Lord. I won't thought of. I wasn't even a seed, okay? I was the egg in my mama, but that was it. Folks watched the live stream in 1969. A live stream. Not a live stream of a video that was pre-recorded and then they just put it online. No, they said the camera that Neil and Buzz pulled out on the moon was a camera that was designed in 1928 by a man by the name of John Baird, sent the live stream back to Earth in 1969. I'm not lying to you, friend. I'm not lying. Go look for yourself. I'm telling you the truth. It was delayed, they said. It was a little delayed, but they were using the antenna and the umbrella antenna and some other stuff to send the transmission. They did multiple transmissions from a camera that was designed in 1928 in the year 1969. Transmitted back to Earth so the whole world can watch while they played on the moon. So let me get to the phone call. Now, why they up there? President Nixon. Boop, 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 boop. Brrr. Yeah, that was a good phone ring, wasn't it, friends? Brrr. Hello, this is President Nixon talking to you from the White House. Now, that ain't exactly how it went, friends, but they did make a phone call to President Nixon. Now,
Neil and Buzz, I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House.
They could send a TV transmission in black and white from the moon by using an antenna and a camera from 1928. But the phone transmission was a bit intricate, detailed, difficult, not easy, okay? So the phone call came, the transmission, not say the phone call, let's say the transmission. They was on the phone. It was a telephone. From the White House to the Goddard Space Station, okay? That's one transmission from the White House to the Goddard Space Station. Then to the Pacific. It's a satellite out there. Then from the Pacific to Australia, where there is a moon space station, whatever, in Australia. And then from Australia to the moon. Come in my backyard right now. You don't get no service. White House to the Goddard Space Station, to the Pacific Ocean, to Australia, then to the moon. 1969. They been had the technology. They be telling us they can't do stuff. They been had the technology. Whole time thinking to myself, ain't nobody got to pee. Ain't nobody's stomach hurt. Because I know for me, when I get nervous, the bowels are going to move. That's just what it is. TMI, I'm sorry, friends, but we all friends, the family here. It's all good. You on another planet. You ain't even on the earthly plane. Is there any laws out there that you got to abide by? Anything could have happened. They could have got down there and the Martian could have swooped down, boop, and got them. I know Martians be on Mars, so they say, but a moontion. I don't know. What would you call them on the moon? Anything could have happened. It could have been a dinosaur up there. Like, what is y'all doing? It could have been anything, friends. They could have got up there, landed on the moon, opened up the door, and the devil could have been standing there and said, welcome to hell. I'd have been worrying every 5 seconds, like, what if my oxygen tank run out? What if a little rock hit me and pierced my suit and sucked my body out like a spaghetti? I don't know. I wouldn't have been confident, chilling, and running around, jumping and They were in the mode of nothing's going to go wrong. Now, if these people just positive like that, great. But the average human being is going to be like, this is out of this world, literally. They'd have been scared. 21 hours on the moon. They had to sleep for 7 hours. They had to go back into the lunar module and sleep for 7 hours. Who about to fall asleep on the moon? Baby, I can barely sleep when it's tax time. I can barely sleep when it's the first day of school and I got a new outfit to wear. I can barely sleep when I know I'm about to go on vacation. And you know you got an early flight. You might get like a 7 o'clock flight. You might can catch a 5 o'clock flight. You don't even go to sleep that night. You mean to tell me these people got on the moon and went to sleep? I would have been thinking about all the things to go bumping tonight because we on the moon. So they took turns taking a little nap. Left some medals. They left notes. They left the boots. The boot shoes came off or whatever. They took the boots off and left them on the moon. That was kind of strange to me too, because the display of the astronaut suit and the moon footprint was completely different. But they said it was boot covers. But why would you leave? Okay, anyway, they brung back some stuff with them, left some trash there, used the bathroom. Now, that's my question. How did they use the bathroom? I don't know. I'm not even about to figure that one out. Because if you got to do number 2, you also have to wash. You got to get in there because the tissue ain't cleaning it. You have to wash after you do number 2, friend. I hope y'all washing after y'all do number 2. So they were just funky dunky. But they packed everything up. Got back in this darn lunar module, friends. Got back in the lunar module. And they lifted off. Right out the moon. Just like that. Just how you see how that? You see how I'm doing that? That's how they came out the moon. Hit it just in time to meet back up with the darn Columbia. Hot dog. And guess what they did? Connected. Like the Autobots. And rolled out. Literally, friends. Connected back. Now, mind you, we still flying through space. The galaxy ain't stopped. The galaxy is still going. The galaxy ain't said, look, let's stop because they trying to do something. It's still going. Aliens still flying, spaceships, rocks and everything. The Oort cloud and all that. Everything is still going. These people is connecting in outer space. Now, they headed back to the Earth. But you got to think about it. Y'all remember, if you got to escape Earth's atmosphere, you got to get into it as well. So now at 25,000 miles an hour, they getting down. But they got to cut it at an angle because if they don't, guess what? They're going to burn up. But they got a heat shield on this darn rocket ship from 1969. They got good technology. This is good Reynolds wrap. This ain't the Dollar Tree. Reynolds wrap, top notch, name brand. Okay? That they got on this here rocket ship. They say aluminum and something else help. The Van Allen belt, it helping not burn up, all of that. 25,000 miles an hour. Cut it just right. Get what they do. Land down in the ocean. They said they were 11 minutes late. People was worried. They was biting their tails. What we gonna do? They probably ain't make it. We ain't see nothing float. You know, that's what was going on. But they land back down in the ocean. Deploy the parachute. They had to do a few maneuvers or whatever. The ship picked them up. Boat came, picked them up, took them wherever it took them to. These 3 astronauts done went and done the impossible. No man took the leap that no man has ever taken before. One giant step for one leap, or one little step for man and one giant step for mankind. I don't know. I ain't write it. I ain't said it. But y'all know what he said. They get back. They do a press conference. And sat up there. Quiet. Looking at each other like the Three Stooges.
A number of experts had, prior to the flight, predicted that a good bit of...
These people are asking y'all about what y'all saw, what happened, what was going on, what it looked like, what it smelled like, what it feel like, how you feel, are you happy, yeah. And y'all like, it was a good time, right? You had fun? Yeah, me too. And poor Michael, he couldn't even say nothing. Every time he got ready to say something, Buzz and Neil was looking at him like, shut up, would you just be quiet? They were looking at him like he was the problem. Man's had to fly around the moon 60 times by himself. When you think about that in its entirety, friends, you would ask yourself, did they really go? Have they really been? If they did go, is the moon really where they say it is? Is it 200,000 miles away? Is the sun 93 million? It makes you wonder, right? Because everything went off without a hitch. Child, folks can't even get in their car and back out their driveway without hitting a trash can. But y'all went to another planet? Interesting. And what were the things that you may have saw that you couldn't tell us? And why when you get back, you acting so unenthused? You acting depressed. You know, confusion. You're acting confusion. I know that's not the right pretense is how I'm saying it, but confusion. What happened? Riddle me this, Batman. If we did go like we all said we went 1969. I ain't saying we didn't go. I'm not saying we didn't go. I'm just saying I don't know. I don't know. They say it, but they tell us a whole lot of stuff. And then come out later on, they were lying about it. You know, I don't know. If we did go in 1969, I like to think that we are creatures of habit, okay? Even if we're not creatures of habit, we continue to evolve, right? Me and you, we evolve according to science, society, how we are, the economy, evolution. Everything is evolving and growing, right? Civilization, evolving. You mean to tell me in this world that we live in with all of the capitalism, all of the control, all of the I need this, I got to have, we didn't colonize the moon? We had the technology in 1969 to build a rocket ship that could withstand the Van Allen belt, the heat, radiation, all kinds of stuff going on in outer space. It could travel at 25,000 miles an hour. Make it to the moon, disconnect, reconnect. Ain't no pieces get broke off in the way. You know how you could try to plug in a little coax cable that got the little prongs in there and it'll be messed up. Y'all disconnect it and then reconnect it. Orbit it perfect. All the material got out of the rocket ship, the lunar module perfect. The atmosphere was just right. We didn't know what it was going to be like. We could just assume. We sent some probes and took some pictures and said, yeah, it's going to be about 3 degrees of gravity over here. We did all of that. Everything was perfect. The camera didn't crush. Nothing went crazy. Everybody was breathing just fine. We was able to use the bathroom, do number 2. Hopefully they'll wash their butt crack. Eat, drink water, sleep, take naps, jump, run, play, kick, spin, hop, whatever. See Jack run. We did all of that. And then we just stopped going. Because of funding. Some stories say because they lost the schematics. I would think that if it were me and I got there first, baby, I'm colonizing. All of this is mine. You gonna have to fight me to get up here. You get me? You not getting up here with me? All this. Matter of fact, I'm selling condos on the moon right now. You're going to need $75 billion. Run me my money. $75 billion for a 1-bedroom efficiency. Studio, apartment, $75 billion on the moon. And if you get it facing the earth, that's going to cost you extra. Because that's the earth view. You can face the dark side. That's cheaper. Because you ain't nothing over there but aliens and monsters. But on this side, where you facing the earth, that's going to cost you more. I would do that. And then the fact that till this day, no other human being from any other country has ever stepped foot on the moon. Now, there's been multiple moon landings from the U.S., but 2 feet on the moon from another country, hasn't happened. Elolo, Mr. Elolo, is skipping the moon. Y'all know who Elolo is, Elon Musk. Skipping the moon, going straight to Mars. He ain't even, this man is the richest man on one of the biggest social media platforms on Earth. And he has the vehicles that can leave the planet. And he gonna skip the moon and go colonize on Mars. Somebody lying, it ain't me. I don't know who it is, friends. I don't know. I'm gonna just leave that with y'all to think about because I'm confusion. Y'all don't know what's going on. I just know something ain't clean in the buttermilk. Y'all know when a woman's spidey senses start tingling. That's what it do. And it gets you to thinking. Now, I'm just making this video to just ask you, friends, what are your thoughts? What do you think about this? How do you feel about it? I'm not, again, saying that we didn't go. And I'm not, again, saying that we did go. I'm just saying, think about it. That's all. Just regular common sense. Just think about it. Now, we ain't rocket scientists. We can just Google the information right there and it'll show up NASA.gov. It'll tell you everything you want to know about the trip. And you could just ask yourself, was this possible in 1969? And if so, what are they doing today? Now, maybe they've been going back and building houses and condominiums in sustainable living. Maybe they have and they ain't told us. They just told us that they ain't been back. And then boom, 10 years they're going to pop out and be like, we got condos, water, food, gas stations, all of that on the moon. Who knows? I'm just saying something just don't seem right. That's why people be questioning whether it happened or not, in my book, in my opinion. Okay? All right, friends. So y'all really go ahead and let me know what y'all thought about this video. Drop down in the comment section. Please, friends, leave a like, share, comment. It costs you nothing. Even if you don't agree with me, you can just tell me in the comment section because it's okay. We don't always got to agree on everything, friend. We're going to still be friends at the end of the day, right? Okay, Graham Squad. And until next time, I really hope that I didn't get y'all up in too much of a tizzy. And I'm going to call you back later. Bye.